Hey YouTube, I'm Tevin, but you guys can call me T. God will use pain to reveal our purpose. Most of the challenging stuff we've been through in life has taught us many things, but we don't look at it as we've been taught a lesson. God will put us through the fire. He will refine us through the flames, through the furnace, to reveal our character, to reveal our purpose to us. Most of the struggles we face, most of the battles we've been through was all to produce in us good characters. In 2024, I was heavily, not even just 2024, like majority of my adolescence life, coming up from say around 15 all the way up till like 2021, I was heavily antagonized by lust. Like I used to go around like praising it, saying like, oh, my seventh sin is lust. And I was with this girl and we broke up. Around the same time we broke up, all of my friends basically switched on me, and to me that was one of the hardest time in my life because I was already going through something and I wanted my friends to be there for me, and everyone just basically went silent, so I had to face that all on my own. And during that time, me trying to better myself, God placed someone on my YouTube, and this person was speaking like, yo, we need to focus on ourselves, build, find our purpose. Sometimes when we're in the isolated season, it's supposed to teach us. We're supposed to learn from it. We're supposed to build in the isolation season. And I took that time, I reflected, and I just went ghost, completely off social media. And that was the season when I got close to God. I remember one night I was praying and I remember hearing this voice said continue, and I didn't know what it was, but I knew I heard a voice and I extended my prayer. Looking back now, I don't know if it was to continue my prayer or it was continue pushing through the struggles I was facing in life. And I also remember praying to God one night saying, I know him, but I don't know Jesus, meaning I was heavily listening to the Old Testament back then. I was just going through the Old Testament. Didn't touch the New Testament, but I always hear people say you can't know the Father without knowing the Son, or you can't get to the Father without getting through the Son. I remember praying that prayer, and I kid you not, in my dream, I was in this area, I want to say like an industrial area, and I was looking around seeing older people, just seeing people all around me, and I saw this guy. He came in the form I would recognize him, and it's the form that everyone portrayed Jesus as, that white man figure, whichever it is. I don't care whichever form he is, I don't care whichever race he is. He came in the form I would recognize him as. And I remember him going up to an older lady and like he touched her finger with his finger. And I think a light came from the fingertips, I don't remember. But the woman got healed, and I remember seeing that in the dream, and like I shed a tear. Like in the dream, he wasn't talking to me. I don't think he looked at me, but I could feel his presence. And I woke up and walked straight to the mirror to see if I was actually crying. That was one of the best experiences. I was listening to something a few days ago, and I don't remember exactly what it says, but it's from the Bible. They say God revealed himself in a dream to people. And it was just all of this that got me closer to God. I realized that I always had this gift of motivating people. Like I would always push people to do better. I was always the voice of reasoning. And honestly, it hurts when you want someone to kind of push you, to motivate you, to be there for you. It hurts knowing that I'm that kind of person who would do that for you and I wouldn't get that in return. But that taught me that I don't have to find those people in the world. I could just go back to God and he will be the one to encourage me, to motivate me, because he's done it multiple times. So I started recording videos and kind of posting them. I started off speaking biblical, then I got more into you need to go into the gym, you need to find your purpose, because for me that's how it started. It wasn't just, oh, God told me or God showed me someone who said I should find my purpose, go isolate. There was 4 other peoples. There was 3 other peoples, and the 5th one was Christ. I call Christ my 5th mentor because really and truly he is. My 2nd mentor was the person who said go into the gym. He was the most disciplined. He shouted. Every time I would watch one of his videos, he would just be shouting. And I actually got in contact with this guy and I was part of his mentorship. And I still thank him for that. I still thank God for putting him in my life back then. And me going to the gym actually helped me to build discipline. It actually helped me to stay focused, because the discipline that I have now, if I can go to the gym 5 days a week and put in the work, why can't I show up for any other part of my life? And for me, the gym isn't just about building strength or building muscle. It's actually about the discipline. That's why I still keep going. Then my 3rd mentor was someone who spoke spiritually. And I'm kind of not really into some of his teachings, but I still learn from him. He was the one that said to communicate with God, you need to clear your mind, you need to meditate. You can't just keep praying to God, you need to actually listen. So I started doing that, and it was around that time that I heard the voice. And I've always been getting dreams from God. Like, my dreams would be so vivid. I remember one dream when my uncle, we were on this family trip, and my uncle said, oh, this person's coming with us. I never saw the face. I didn't know who it was. Came back from the trip and my uncle was like, where's the person? I'm like, who? And it's like, where's Sarah's son? This is where it got mixed up. It's like, where's Sarah's son, Abraham's son? Where's Elijah? Which is a mix-up. Elijah isn't Abraham's son. And I remember being angry, walked away to look for this person. I got up out of my bed and walked straight to the bathroom, and I was still angry, and I'm like, who? Wait, what's going on? I'm like, oh. And my 4th mentor was a person who got rich from biblical teaching. He got rich from studying the Bible, and this is where I started studying the Bible heavily. Like, yeah, my relationship with God was up and down. I still kind of blamed him for everything that happened to me back then, but I was still working on it. And I remember cursing at him. I remember one night I was just so low, was depressed, was angry, and I was cursing at God, blaming him for everything. But he was still there for me, and he's still here for me. And it was in that moment I realized I must be the one to be better. I am the one that needs to be better. I need to be the one to provide for my family. I need to be the one that should show my family that you don't have to work every day just to live paycheck to paycheck. I need to be the one that actually sacrifice. Yes, I use the word sacrifice because that's what it is. The greatest form of sacrifice you can make is self-sacrifice. Jesus did it on the cross for us. So I need to be the one to sacrifice my time and effort to create something that gives my family better opportunity and show them there's a way out other than a 9 to 5. And I strongly believe that is my purpose. So I go above and beyond to learn to create my own businesses. I've had success, I've had failures, I've had things that I jumped in way too fast without actually learning, and it failed. And I've also had things where I started off slow, thinking it wouldn't make it, and the progress built up over and over. it just got bigger and bigger. And I decided to take it with this YouTube channel. Started off slow, still kind of slow, but it still goes up. I remember not getting any views, even though some video I don't get any views, but I know I'm guaranteed 1 view at least. I remember, like, I used to post once in a while. Now I post every day. I make it daily doable to record a video, edit a video, and make sure I have a video to post, and make sure I have a video to post the day after. I strongly believe that my purpose is to use my gift of motivation, encouragement, and teaching, not just on a small scale but on a global scale. If I could record videos and post it on the internet to encourage someone to do better, to continue going through life, I'll gladly do that. I find comfort in doing this, like sitting in front of the camera, speaking, just letting my thoughts flow. It's exciting, it's comfortable, and this wouldn't be possible if I never went through that. I don't mind pain. I've struggled through things my whole life, so I don't mind feeling pain. For me, it hurts knowing that I caused someone else pain, because I don't know how someone can handle that. But I know for me, I've always been by myself working through stuff, so I know I can handle that. But during that time, knowing that there was nothing to fall back on, or there was no one there to go to when I come out of this depressive state, it felt prolonged, it felt worse. But that also inspired me to change, knowing that it was just me, but also knowing that there was someone higher, someone who's always there. I might not be able to see him or feel him, but he's always there. That caused me to work on my relationship with him. If he is always there, why not try to get closer with him? And God used that whole situation to just draw me closer to him. He revealed how strong I am. He revealed the areas that I'm weak in. He revealed the areas that I need to build on. He caused me to shift from a fragile mindset. I used to look at myself from back then as a child, like a child trying to figure out the world. And I look at me now as someone who's growing into the man who can achieve everything I desire in life. No matter what you're going through, the hurt, the pain, it's gonna get better. The darkest time of the night is right before the light shines. That's bars. It's darkest right before dawn. God will use your pain to reveal your purpose. Everything you're going through has a meaning to it. The furnace is hot. The flames is hot. I know the feeling. Been there a lot. I used to struggle with depression, and I kind of still do, but it wasn't like before when I would have depressive episode for days. Now it's just like a few minutes, and it wouldn't be possible for me to just go through it in few minutes without the help of God, without God refining me, without God testing me, without God making me stronger. I wouldn't be able to do anything I can do today. I wouldn't see opportunities in everything if God didn't throw me in the flames. I said throw it in the flames. I wouldn't be able to do anything. I wouldn't be able to find abundance and opportunities in everything without God being there for me. He opened my eyes in so many ways. That's why the Bible is my favorite book in the world, and my favorite book in the Bible is Matthew. I don't know, it's just, the way how Jesus carries himself, the way how he speaks, the way how he interacts with them, I don't even know what to say. I just like the book. And a way how you can read the Bible, I need to do a video on this, but a way how you can read the Bible is the way how I view the Bible is I look at it as the past, the present, and the future. I look at it all as mine, my past, my present, and my future. The Bible is something you should read between the lines. But at the same time, you should also look at it surface level. Not everything, not every parable in the Bible you should decipher and decode. Some of it is just laid out in the open, but we think it has some deeper meaning to it. So it's hard to tell. I know it kind of contradicts what I said before about reading between the lines, but once you understand, that's all I can say. Once you understand, you know it is. Let me give you a bars. My third mentor, he said whenever in the Bible they would say someone go up on a mountain, it meant that they went inward. They meditated and went on a higher state or a higher plane. So in the Bible, when they said Jesus went on a mountain and he saw Moses and I don't remember who it was. I think it was I don't want to say Abraham. When Jesus went on a mountain and he saw Abraham, and when the other two, vice versa, went on the mountain and they saw the face of God, they said it was meditating. They were all meditating and they came in a close space. Yeah, it kind of sounds away, but that's how I interpret the Bible. That's how I've learned so much from the Bible. That's how the Bible has taught me so much. I don't say, yo, look at it as how I look at it, view it as how I look at it. That's just how I interpret it. That's the best way I found to interpret it for myself. But I want to leave something off of you guys. It's hard, but don't give up on the fight. God is testing you. God is building in you someone who can handle everything he desires for you. God is crafting you to become the person who he created you to be. In this season where you're facing pain, whether it be heartbreak, whether it be death in the family, whether it be depression or any sorts of pain, mental or physical pain, God is using it to reveal your purpose. And once you come out of this, you'll be a better person. You'll be in a better situation. Don't crumble under pressure. The more you try to run away from the pain, escape the pain, is the harder it's going to be. So embrace it. Sit there and seek God. Because remember, God draws closer to the brokenhearted. But yo, that's the video for the day. Peace.